y'all something. Everybody who's on here who had a problem with other castmates of mine that you feel like, how dare they do Mel like this? She brought them on to her show that she thought about and created and da-da-da-da-da. If y'all had those problems with those people, you need to have the same energy right now. Because I welcomed this young man on my platform multiple times. You guys, because of me, and saw me welcoming him in, you guys went and subscribed. So he came over here pretending. But ooh, don't we know that God will eventually reveal all. So if you've been watching me, you see I don't follow him. He's never on my live anymore. Because I started to peep game. My discernment's kicked in. I picked up on some things.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen. This time, honey, I am back with a Love and Marriage Huntsville extra, honey. Okay, it looked like Mr. A.L., honey, Mr. Anthony Lofties will be leaving YouTube. Say it ain't so, say it ain't so. Why do y'all think Mr. A.L. is leaving YouTube? Okay, why do y'all think? I just want to see what the people think about this. Yeah, he did a whole video talk about goodbye for now. Goodbye. Okay, so let's see what the people think of this child. This is just crazy. So one person says, thank God and still coming back messier. Just know God don't sleep nor do he slumber, in my opinion. Another person says, everybody else don't have to know, but says thank you publicly. Child. Now, in this video, I thought it was very interesting that he was praising Carlos. He didn't, get into the specifics, okay? And y'all know how that damn Anthony is. Anthony want to hook you in and then don't tell you nothing and put the rest of the information, honey, behind a paywall. Y'all know how Mr. A.L. get down, honey, okay? But yeah, he said that Carlos did a lot for him. His attorney is thankful. Carlos didn't have to do that. He loves Carlos so much. So, child, if you have any information about what this man is talking about, put it in the comments. Okay? Put it in the comments. Another person says birds of a feather will flock together. Another person says, hallelujah. Thank God. And Greyhound, you are gone. Good riddance. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Another person says, boy, bye. Laughing emoji. Another person says, because you are obsessed with Love and Marriage Huntsville, you must take a break because you have nothing else to discuss. As for your speaking on Carlos King, it sounds like he paid you off to drop the lawsuit against Mel. You are so transparent and can't keep a secret because you are a clout chaser. When you play dirty, you can't win, but keep trying. Good riddance. Child, these is the people, honey, they speaking. Okay, the people have spoken, and it don't look like they gonna miss old A.L. I was like, damn, the whole damn fan base is starting, to turn against him. What y'all think of that? Another person says, don't run now. Another person says, can't think of a scripture to fit your narrative. Ooh, child, they just drag it up in the comments, honey. Another person says, good luck on your future endeavors. Yeah, because he a singer. Is he an actor too? Okay, he interviews. He do a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Another person says, so Carlos is helping you behind the scenes. Another person says, I hope you find your peace. Another person says, I remember Melody said you need to concentrate on telling those stories about the people at your job, so now it all makes sense. Bye. Ooh, not just bye like that, child. Another person says, catching the replay, do what you need to do to pivot and recalibrate. Okay. Another person says, best move, nephew. Everyone do not need to know how you're moving. Stay in your square and continue minding the business that pays you well because you definitely never needed to depend on YouTube or need to scam anyone to make an honest living to pay your bills. Remember the convo and the advice given. Another person says, at Anthony, with accountability and correction comes growth. Remember the advice given. You're going to be just fine because YouTube, social media is not your source of income or your life. And we know that your pockets are deep because you work hard like everyone else and has never needed handouts from anyone. We know what you consist of outside of YouTube and have your own connections. Focus on the projects that's been presented and leave the foolery behind you. And there is more and better things in your life for you than YouTube. FYI, when you're thrown out to the wolves, you will come back leading the pack. Making positive changes is a good thing. Keep your thoughts and spirit positive and stay focused. And child, I'm not going to be reading the rest of that, but y'all get the point, honey. They wishing Mr. A.L. well. What is going on? What's going on with him and misdiagnosis? What is going on with that? Okay, I want to switch gears, you guys. I want to switch gears. And I want to go to y'all the community tab. Yeah, we're going to go to the community page, honey, because we're going to see what the people think of the question that I asked y'all. So I put on the community page, do you think Melody would have stayed with Martell had they not got on TV? Okay, 8% of you said yes, and 92% of you said no. Let's get into these comments, honey. Okay, let's see what the people think about this, honey. Okay, so one person says, my male co-workers, they watched Love and Marriage Huntsville and said that we couldn't see it, but them being men, they saw it and said that Mel was already gone. She was just smart about her exit. They said she would have left whether she was on TV or not. Okay. Another person says, when leaving a toxic relationship or marriage, you have to be strategic and make sure you and your children will never have to go back being some delusional ninja's personal slave or mama. I know that's right. Another person says Melody was planning to leave his stupid ass regardless. He would have used her money to support his side chick and baby. I am glad she left. Look at Melody now and look at Martell. He's still protecting the Scott's secrets instead of trying to save his marriage. Boy, bye. Another person says Melody was already gone 4 months before that show picked up. Carlos clearly begged her to take him back and film because they were expecting the core 6, not 5. Martell and his stupid behind just made it clear why she needs to go and stay gone. Like Mel said, Martell was looking for a way to cheat smarter, not to stop. People are truly crazy to think Mel, who is the brains of the relationship, would put up with Martell and his bird's disrespect and taking her money out of the house to feed the pigeon. Nah. Another person says, I believe she had stayed long enough and couldn't take it anymore. The show helped her get out and good for her. Narcs can be dangerous. Another person says, I feel like her exit would not have been easy to get out of. The show saved her because it would have went a different way if it wasn't displayed for the world to see. God really graced her in this situation, and he had his angels on guard. And another person says, not in the least, and the 9% yes votes ain't nobody but coleslaw and Martell votes. LOL. That's funny. Another person says, I don't know, but this is a pretty dumb question. We're not in her head. Maybe she wouldn't have known as much as she did had it not been for TV exposure. Being on TV could have possibly encouraged people in the community to feed her information. Again, there are two sets of circumstances that need to be analyzed. I would like to think she needed a bulletproof reason to leave his dumb ass. It had to be trying to live with him, thinking he had gotten over on her. Yeah, she would divorce or kill him. And I would like to say, I don't think that this is a dumb question, because I listened to many reviews on this show, and a lot of people feel like Melody would have stayed. And I think even if I look at Martell, he thought that, guess what, if this wouldn't have came to TV, I would still have my family intact. See, that's how confident he was, okay? So, me personally, I feel like I would want to believe that, I feel like she would have eventually left. You know what I'm saying? But this is the other part of it, is that this is narcissistic abuse. And there are rounds of the abuse. It starts out with the idealization phase, where they are charming, they're kind, they're sweet. They are your knight in shining armor. You know, like there are levels before they turn into the Chucky doll. Okay? And like I said, the love bombing phase is in conjunction to that, because you know they taking you out on dates, to the movies, you going out of town, you know they are really selling themselves like a salesman, you know. So all of that took place, and then you got the devalue phase, like I said, the backhanded compliments, insults, they're controlling, complaining, putting you down. Oh, I'm not getting enough sex. Okay. Then it's the, and at that point, that's when he had met that girl, Ariane. Okay. That's when he met her. And then he started the discard phase, the cheating, and you know, then you breaking up with him. You know, you breaking up with him and you confused and you like, dang, I thought that we was having a hard time. We got through that, and then it's this cycle. And see, what people don't realize is Melody was in a cycle of abuse. Okay, and her being the good-hearted person that she is, she thought that, hey, he's human, he's made some mistakes, we can get past this, right? No. You're with somebody that's selfish, that's evil. They will protect other people before they protect you. That's why y'all saw that one scene with Melody. She was like, stop defending her. You're not even defending me. I'm your wife. You know, and then a lot of people will start, they will see that and they'll be like, no, he must love the mistress more than the wife. Then everybody else starts chiming in with their opinions, getting the game all twisted, because he doesn't love anybody. This is a person that is not capable of love. They are capable of abuse. Okay? And then you got the Hoover phase. So with the hoovering, they attempt to regain control over the victim, often by reappearing in their life, apologizing. We seen him do all that apologizing. And, you know, then she ended up getting pregnant. That's why a lot of people paused on Melody, because they was like, you out here getting pregnant? Yeah, but that's still my husband, and that's what I couldn't get jiggy with. Yeah, but that's still my That's you don't get pregnant. No. So I was against the calling the coleslaw on the phone. I was that girl, and I was against the getting pregnant. Because when you get pregnant with somebody that has been cheating on you, They began to feel like, well, this is okay. Look, you have to understand. And she didn't know, what she was dealing with, but you have to be rational and logical enough to know if somebody keeps cheating on you, the last thing you need to do is have a baby with them. Ain't no, well, that was my husband. It might be, but he's a cheater. He's a liar. You have to constantly move out and leave him and wait for him to get it together. Is that the type of situation you want to bring a child into? Yeah, but Melody has the money and the means. You don't have your self-esteem, though. Okay, so yeah, she was out here doing all that speaking. Okay. She was out here doing all that public speaking, encouraging people, and like I said, Melody is a great public speaker, but the message fell flat because people was looking at her life and they're like, yeah, you do the property preservation, you do all of those things, but yet you're in a burning house and you're having a baby with a cheater that has constantly cheated with the same woman. Constantly. Okay? Yeah, but she didn't know. And like, you could keep flipping it. Like I said, you could bop it, you could twist it, you could turn it. There. You could keep going down the highway with it. There will be a lot of women. We see it on Bell Collective with Letitia and Glenn. Letitia is sharp. She's beautiful. She's well spoken. She's very confident. She gets along with, most of the girls. She's very likable, but you begin to wonder about her self-esteem. The more you see her with Glenn and how she has taken him back time after time after he's cheated. He didn't had a whole paternity test that he had to take because he was cheating and out here sleeping raw dogging like this other woman that's not his wife. That shit is serious. And yes, as a woman, you could be brilliant, you could be focused, driven, accomplished, but nobody wants to really take any advice for you if your shiggity is not together. Like I always say, and I will keep reiterating, low self-esteem, it shows up in your personal life. It's not going to show up with your career because most of us, we willing to work for that paycheck. We need a roof over our heads, clothes on our body. We need to put food on the table for us and our children. So nobody's here to argue with that or negate that. But it comes out with what you're willing to put up with these men. Husband or not, boyfriend, baby daddy, like, don't nobody really care about that. They don't. They don't. Yeah, you married somebody, but people are going to look at the treatment that you are putting up with. And they're going to be like, well, she says she's all these things. We hear her encouraging people and, she says this, she looks beautiful, but I don't think she is who she says she is because of who she's attached to, because of who she keeps getting pregnant by. Okay? So the people, they're not going to ignore that. And that was the problem that Melody ran into. Yes, there are mellometers. And, a lot of y'all like her. But there was a group of women on YouTube like, yeah, I don't think she is who she says she is. Because of, her putting up with Martell. And like I said, she didn't know, like a lot of us don't, about narcissistic abuse. Okay? She didn't know about the cycles of it. And he had that baby with Ariane to break Melody down. Because it's like, I'm going to make you pay for leaving me. And then on top of that, I want you in competition with this other woman. That's what they want. You got to always, you guys, okay, look at people's behavior. Is it making you question and doubt yourself? Is the man triangulating you? Somebody that love you, they not going to do that. They're not. These men that do that, they do that because they have low self-esteem. That's why they want to make you question and doubt yourself. That's why they want to put you in lowest terms, because then you will be easy to deal with. You will be easy to manipulate and control. And a man that's confident, he doesn't need to control his woman. He sees his woman as an individual, not just a woman, because too many men only see women as a female or somebody that's there to serve them. They don't see you in your essence. Okay? They don't like you for who you are. And then you have so many women playing into the narrative by telling you to be extra feminine, and this is going to get that man. And then after you keep playing that feminine act, you're going to get tired. And then, that relationship is not going to go anywhere because you enter into it trying to be somebody else that you're not, that you keep being told to be, because it's going to get you this great man, when all of it is about finding somebody that truly loves and accepts you for who you are. That's it. You won't have to bend yourself into a pretzel. Okay? You got to really logically think about that. Why are they putting me down so that they can lift themselves up? The cheating. And people, they cheat for different reasons. But you got to really look at that. A lot of that cheating is to punish you, put you in your place. You told me no. And I could tell you with Martell, what was he saying about Melody? She didn't want to have sex with me. Now that's what we really should be talking about. Why didn't she want to have sex with you? What were you saying and doing? You're not going to be disrespectful to your wife and think that you're going to get sex. But he feel like, well, you ain't doing it. Okay, goofy himself. You ain't doing it. I'll get somebody else to do it. That's why I always tell y'all, if you stay, you might as well play. Don't let him get the upper hand. They need to know, and I'm telling you from experience, they need to know you are willing to move on, and sometimes quickly. Okay? Yes, you could take some time to heal yourself and decompress and get away from relationships, but more women need to leave men. Ghost them. Be done with them. On to the next. When they are doing that bad behavior. Okay? But if it's somebody that's worth it, you communicate. You give them the good part of you. But to some of these men out here, they're not worth it. Don't be too nice to them. Don't explain shit. Some of y'all talking too much. Say very little. Always give them what they give you, because then you'll realize they got a problem with it. It's not a problem, though, when they're doing it to you. Okay? So this person said something interesting. They said, I don't think she would have stayed if things had continued the same without the show. But if Martell had been a little more discreet and practiced respectful cheating, who knows? See? By the way, in my opinion, all cheating is disrespectful, but that's what they were calling it. Yeah. Yeah. And they want you to tolerate the respectful cheating. That way it could be, oh, was she letting her guard down? It's okay if I could cheat. And, and a lot of them think it's okay to, like I said, come to work and do all that flirting. I know, because I've seen it firsthand. Okay? Flirting with you like ain't no woman in the picture. Okay? Talking to you. Okay? Talking to you like they single. So another person says, I think it would be a hell no. She definitely would have left him. Another person says she was going to leave him if there was no show. A person can only take so much disrespect. I was glad there was a show. I'm sure Melody's life relates to so many women, me being one of them. Dealing with someone who constantly is cheating and being disrespectful can make a person crazy. I believe it. I believe it. That's where, that's why I broke down the whole narcissism part, because I think a lot of people, they don't recognize that she was dealing with an abuser. See, when people talk about Melody and Martell, they focus on the cheating and the side chick. This man is abusive. It starts there. This ain't about cheating. This is somebody with a mind state that feels like I can do whatever I want. I'm the man in the relationship. He thinks like a lot of men that feel like, yeah, I'm just being a man. I'm the man. I'm a man. Well, I'm a man. I see something I want. Men are visual. Women are visual. Okay? I don't think a lot of men are visual, because if y'all was, why y'all end up with so many ugly women? You ain't that damn visual. Well, I'm just being, all these little colloquialisms and sayings, and they're not true. They are not. It's some bullshiggity that men and people use to get away with bad behavior. Well, you don't have to be looking. I remember I worked at a job and this man was looking at me like he was hot, and I was not attracted to him at all. I even told my boss, I said, please tell this man I'm not attracted to him. And then they are so offended when you don't want them. There's something wrong with you. That bitch thinks she's all that. I done had way better women than her. That's what he has said. It's like, I was just minding my business, you guys. I was just walking around, walking on my floor, minding my business, having a good day. And here come this big brother Tucker. Okay, was a plus size gal. I was like, these niggas, they don't be knowing that they big and sloppy. They don't care because they feel like, well, it's on me to determine if you are attractive. And, I'm attractive because I have a high credit score and I'm wearing some nice cologne and I own my home. That's how some of these men think. They think if they have those things in line, then they are a good man and you are naturally just attracted to them. And that's why there is so much essay out here. Yeah, that's why they had to come out with a whole Me Too movement, because a lot of them feel like they can just, do and say whatever they want. You just supposed to like them. Okay? You just supposed to like them because they like you. It's like, what type of second grade nonsense is that? Okay? So, yeah, everybody is just not going to be attracted to you. All right, you guys, on that note, I'm going to get up out of here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.